Mr. McCray, here is the organ I was talking about. I'm at my church right now, and this is the sanctuary, the main sanctuary here, and the one that's here right now. So we have the organ here, grand piano over there. Always make sure it stays in tune because it's played quite often, and choir loft, keyboards, Yamaha keyboards, guitar amps for guitar players, bass amp and keyboard amps, and of course the drummer. Of course, that's the Leslie for the organ. Okay, here it is from the rear of the sanctuary. We noticed, if I zoom into the top, we had recently redid our sound system about 3 years ago. We had the speakers on the side that was mounted on the walls over there up high on both sides. And about 3 years ago, it was proven to be inadequate. It was a good system, but for our needs, for the style of music we were doing, it was just inadequate. So we went ahead on and spent $100,000 or more, almost $200,000 to redo the whole sound system, and it's a big difference. It was well worth it. This is for the sound system. Every musician has this device, and they can tune in, and they determine it with the headphones. They get headphones go with it. They decide how much of kick, snare, how much drums they want to hear, how much keys they want to hear, how much bass they want to hear. So every musician tune in, set their setting for each of those 16 things. They set their own settings, how much they want to hear. So it really cuts down on stage noise, and that we don't really need stage monitors. Everybody listens to the music through the headphones. So they really cut down on stage noise so we can hear the choir more. Now back to the organ. Now remember I said it's really a keyboard. And let me go to the back and show you a few things on the back. See all the settings, all the connectors at the top, because the top keyboard is the main keyboard. Everything is connected to that top keyboard. Even the power switch, this is a keyboard, is back here. It's not where your traditional organ switch is. It's in the back because it really is a keyboard. This top keyboard comes off, and you can just take it with you. Even though we don't do that though. We have one in the back that we use for that. But it's a Hammond true and true. And of course you've seen the Leslie already, it's over there. Just turned it on. So it has all the drawbars here. So that's the Hammond organ, and it is, you see, the bottom keyboard is just there, just a keyboard only. There's nothing, it's just being MIDI'd into the top part, the top keyboard. Of course, the same thing with the pedal board, it's just being MIDI cable into the top keyboard. So that's how everything runs through the top keyboard. And as you see your controls here, you got all your 4 sets of drawbars plus the 2 for the pedal. You have your 4 sets of drawbars over here. You got bass, treble, tenor, control, percussion, overdrive, and all of that kind of stuff over here. You got your bass, treble, mid frequency, reverb, overdrive effect, so we can control all of that over here. This side has a little bit more. You have a menu with a bunch of stuff. It is electronic. Vibrato, upper lower, your chorus vibrato wheel that you use to on the B3, and of course your reverse colored keys here, and there's your Leslie, so slow, fast, stop, transpose button, not only by half steps, or you can take it up or down by octave. So if you're playing the bass on one of the keys, you can take it down an octave if you want to, so it's even lower. Or you can just hit the pedal to the lower keyboard. There's a pedal to lower, that's what that means. You click that button, and whatever you play, let me show you what I mean. I'm going to click that button. pedal to lower. And what it does, my lower keyboard here, turn off all the lower stuff. Turn off all my lower drawbars. Some of the lower drawbars are turned off. All my lower drawbars. So when I play the lower, that's the pedal. I control it with the pedal here. That's the pedal. Pull the pedals back out and you see it's on the lower keyboard. More pedal, more pedal. So that's that low C. If I play the C on the pedal down here, here's the same note, exact same note. C, the exact same note C here. So whatever you set the pedal on, you'll have that same noise here. And of course, not only that, even though it's coupled with the bass, you can still use your other stuff too, even though it's coupled. Oh, it's only when the pedal only go to a certain level. When it's the pedal, the highest note on the pedal is here. Highest note on the pedal is here. The highest note on the pedal is here. If you can see that, that's your pedal. Your pedal goes from the C up to this B here. It doesn't go any higher than that. But like I said, if you put this in here, it's there. So I'm controlling. I'm just putting this into that range. So it still plays your drawbars, your lower drawbars. If you want to, you can put the pedals and the drawbars from the lower keyboard if you want to. And all you have to do is press that switch that says couple the pedal to the lower. Then you put the pedal on the lower keyboard. Another thing about this I really love, you have 3 ways of controlling the speed. You can do it here with the button is here right now. It's on fast. Press the fast button and it's on slow, or you can just stop it altogether. Or you can do that from here. Slow, slow, fast, or stop. Or you can do it from your foot. There's a little switch on the side of the pedal here. You can kick on this side. You can see that pedal. It does the same thing. Kick it fast, kick it again, slow. That's on the side of the pedal. Fast, slow. From the pedal, the light. It's on slow now. Now it's on fast. I actually stop because if it don't stop, let's turn off stop. It'll be slow. Fast, slow. So, this is the Hammond XK-5. Pretty interesting organ. We love it. We had the Hammond 926 before we got in here. Before we got this. We got this just past December. We just got this December. This past December as a Christmas present to the music ministry. We had the Hammond 926. I don't know if you know anything about the Hammond line. The 926 had, instead of having 4 sets of drawbars, it had 2 sets of drawbars plus the pedal, but it also had stops like a pipe organ, so you could play pipe organ also. So the combo, both drawbars and pipes. And it was an older technology. It wasn't as authentic sounding drawbars as this one is. This one sounds much better with the drawbars than the 926 that we had. It was much older though, so that's the reason why. Like I said earlier, Hammond finally got it right with the electronic side. Oh, tube. Oh, you can't see the tube in here. On the other, oh yes you can, there it is. I don't know if you can see the little light in there. Show the tube, there's a little light on, you can see the light. There's a tube in there, yes. So yes, there's a tube. You're asking about the tube. Yes, there's tubes in here. Yes, this organ has the tubes. It's right. It's vacuum tubes. They're in there. And here you have it lined out. Control foot switch control and all this stuff. The expression pedal. We have a pedal that's built in. There's another connector on the bottom here that has the lower keyboard and the pedal board is connected on the inside. They're not on the inside, but underneath the wood and from the bottom of it. It's connected from the bottom. So these things are free anyway. So USB connections also, both ways. So plenty, and there's 11-pin MIDI connector. And I'm saying 11-pin Leslie connector right there, 11-pin. So there you have it, the Hammond XK-5. And again, it is a keyboard, like I said, so the power switch is on the back. I remember when we first got it, we had somebody come in to play for a funeral, and they could not figure out how to turn it on. And so we made sure the secretaries didn't know, so then we made sure all the secretaries and everybody that work here during the day knows how to turn it on. So if someone should be here to play it and we're not here, they can show them how to turn it on. It is a keyboard. So it's not turned on in the usual spot that you would expect. Most Hammonds up here in the front somewhere. This power switch is on the back. That's the only thing. But if you just pick it up and take the top part away, I'm not gonna do that now, because actually, since we decided to keep it in here and not take the top part, we have this top part bolted on. So for me to take the top part off now, they go underneath of it and take off some bolts. We had to bolt it down so they couldn't be taken off. But it's designed to be taken off and carried under your arms.